Every single night, something extraordinary happens that most people never realize. You lay down, close your eyes, and drift into what we call sleep. But here's what they don't want you to know. Your soul doesn't sleep. While your physical body rests and recovers, your consciousness embarks on a journey so profound that ancient mystics spent lifetimes trying to understand it. Tonight, I'm going to reveal the secrets of where your soul truly travels when you sleep, and why this knowledge was once considered so dangerous that entire texts were burned to keep it from the masses. Have you ever woken up feeling like you lived an entire lifetime in just a few hours? Or perhaps you've experienced that strange sensation where you wake up with knowledge you didn't possess before falling asleep. Maybe you've had dreams so vivid and real that they felt more authentic than your waking life itself. These aren't random occurrences or tricks of your imagination. They're glimpses into the most profound mystery of human existence, the nightly journey of the soul. Throughout history, this phenomenon has been documented in countless cultures. The ancient Egyptians called it the journey through the Duat. Tibetan mystics referred to it as the bardo of dreams. Indigenous shamans spoke of soul flight during the dream time. But there was one text, one forbidden manuscript that contained the complete map of where consciousness travels during sleep. This book was considered so dangerous by religious authorities that it was ordered to be burned in 1587. Yet fragments of its wisdom survived, hidden in scattered monasteries and passed down through secret lineages. What made this knowledge so threatening? Because it revealed a truth that challenges everything we've been taught about the nature of reality, consciousness, and our own spiritual power. The truth is this: every night, your soul leaves your physical body and travels to dimensions beyond ordinary perception. And what happens during these journeys doesn't just influence your dreams, it actively shapes your waking reality in ways you never imagined. Think about it for a moment. We spend roughly 1/3 of our lives asleep, yet we're told this time is essentially blank, unconscious, meaningless except for physical restoration. But if that were true, how do we explain the profound insights that come through dreams? How do we account for the artistic inspirations, scientific breakthroughs, and spiritual revelations that have emerged from sleep? How do we understand those moments when we wake up feeling like we've been somewhere incredible, even if we can't quite remember where? The answer lies in understanding that consciousness is not confined to the physical brain. Your awareness, your essence, your soul, call it what you will, exists independently of your material body. During sleep, when the rational mind relaxes its grip and the body enters a state of restoration, consciousness is free to explore realms that exist beyond the limitations of physical reality. These realms are layered, like dimensions stacked upon each other. The first layer, closest to our physical reality, is where most of our dream experiences take place. This is the astral plane, a mirror world that reflects our earthly existence, but operates according to different laws. Here, thought becomes reality instantly. Emotions manifest as landscapes. Memories transform into living experiences. This is why dreams can feel so strange yet familiar. You're experiencing your own consciousness in a realm where the rules of physics don't apply. But there are deeper layers, higher dimensions where your soul can travel. These are realms of pure consciousness, where advanced spiritual beings reside, and where the fundamental blueprints of reality are formed. When your consciousness reaches these levels during sleep, you're not just dreaming, you're participating in the very process of creation itself. Now, you might be wondering how this is possible. How can consciousness separate from the body and remain intact? The answer lies in what mystics have long called the silver cord, an energetic connection that links your physical form to your traveling consciousness. This cord is invisible to physical eyes, but can sometimes be perceived during out-of-body experiences as a silver thread extending from your body. As long as this connection remains intact, your consciousness can roam freely while maintaining its tether to physical life. This is why sleep has been called a rehearsal for death by so many spiritual traditions. During sleep, consciousness practices the very process it will undergo at the moment of physical death. Separation from the body while maintaining its integrity and awareness. The difference is that in sleep, the silver cord remains strong, pulling consciousness back to the body upon awakening. At death, this cord is severed, and consciousness continues its journey without the possibility of return. Understanding this process changes everything about how we view sleep. It's not a passive state of unconsciousness, but an active journey of exploration, learning, and spiritual development. Every night, your soul has the opportunity to access wisdom, healing, and experiences that are impossible in waking life. The question is, are you prepared to make the most of these journeys? Most people return from their nightly travels empty-handed, not because the opportunities weren't there, but because they lacked the awareness and preparation necessary to fully engage with these experiences. They sleep unconsciously, allowing their consciousness to drift aimlessly through the astral realms without purpose or direction. But it doesn't have to be this way. The first step to conscious soul travel is understanding that your intentions before sleep act as a compass for your consciousness. Just as you might plan a journey in the physical world, you can set intentions for where your soul will travel and what it will accomplish during sleep. This isn't fantasy or wishful thinking. It's a precise spiritual technology that has been practiced by mystics and shamans for millennia. Before you sleep tonight, try this simple but powerful practice. As you lie in bed, take several deep breaths and allow your body to relax completely. Then, with clear intention, mentally state where you want your consciousness to travel or what you want to accomplish during sleep. You might ask for healing, for guidance on a particular problem, for connection with a loved one who has passed, or simply for protection and high spiritual experiences. This intention acts like a beacon, guiding your consciousness toward experiences aligned with your highest good. But setting intentions is just the beginning. The real transformation comes when you start to remember and integrate your nightly journeys. Most people forget their dreams within minutes of waking because they haven't trained their consciousness to bridge the gap between sleeping and waking states. Memory of soul travel requires practice and dedication, but the rewards are immense. One of the most effective techniques for improving dream recall involves manipulating your sleep cycles. In ancient times, people naturally practiced what we now call biphasic sleep, sleeping in two distinct periods with a period of quiet wakefulness in between. This natural rhythm created ideal conditions for conscious dreaming and soul travel, because the moment between sleep cycles is when the veil between dimensions is thinnest. You can recreate this ancient practice by allowing yourself to wake naturally after 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Instead of immediately trying to fall back asleep, spend 15 to 30 minutes in quiet meditation or gentle reflection. This intermediate state, where your body is still relaxed but your mind is gently alert, is a gateway to conscious soul travel. When you return to sleep after this brief awakening, you're much more likely to maintain awareness during your consciousness journeys. During these travels, you'll encounter other souls, other consciousnesses that exist in the non-physical realms. Some of these beings are human souls like yourself, either living people whose consciousness is also traveling during sleep, or souls who have completed their physical incarnation. Others are spiritual guides, teachers, and guardians whose purpose is to assist souls on their journey of evolution. These encounters aren't random. Every soul you meet during your travels has some connection to your spiritual development. Sometimes these meetings involve receiving teachings or guidance. Other times, you might be called upon to offer assistance to a soul in need. These interactions can manifest as symbolic dreams where you're helping someone in distress, or they might appear as more direct communications where you receive clear messages or instructions. It's important to understand that not all consciousness encounters during sleep are beneficial. Just as the physical world contains both positive and negative experiences, the astral realms also have their shadows. There are confused, lost souls who may seek to drain energy from traveling consciousness. There are also lower vibrational entities that feed off fear and negative emotions. This is why spiritual protection is crucial before embarking on conscious soul travel. Traditional practices involve surrounding yourself with white light, calling upon spiritual guardians, or reciting protective prayers. But the most effective protection is maintaining a high spiritual vibration through love, compassion, and service to others. Negative entities cannot approach a consciousness that radiates genuine love and spiritual light. Your emotional and mental state before sleep directly influences the quality of your soul travels. Going to sleep while harboring anger, fear, resentment, or other negative emotions creates energetic static that can attract unwanted experiences or prevent you from accessing higher spiritual realms. This is why many spiritual traditions emphasize forgiveness, gratitude, and peacemaking before sleep. But when your consciousness travels from a place of love and spiritual aspiration, the experiences can be truly transformative. You might find yourself in what can only be described as schools of consciousness, where advanced spiritual beings offer teachings that expand your understanding of reality itself. You could visit healing temples where damaged aspects of your soul receive restoration and renewal. Or you might access what mystics call the Akashic Records, the cosmic library containing all knowledge and experience. Some of the most profound soul travels involve visiting parallel versions of your life, alternate timelines where you made different choices or experienced different circumstances. These journeys aren't just curiosities. They're opportunities to integrate wisdom from all aspects of your multidimensional existence. When you consciously connect with these alternate selves during sleep, you can access their experiences, skills, and insights, enriching your current life with expanded possibilities. The key to recognizing when you've had a genuine soul travel experience rather than an ordinary dream lies in the quality and impact of the experience. Soul travels leave you with a sense of having participated in something profound and meaningful. They often involve receiving information or having experiences that feel completely outside your normal frame of reference. The emotions and insights from these journeys tend to persist long after waking, sometimes influencing your thoughts and decisions for days or weeks. These experiences also tend to have a teaching quality. They show you something important about yourself, your relationships, your life purpose, or the nature of reality. Even if the experience was symbolic or metaphorical, genuine soul travels leave you with a sense of having learned something valuable or having been changed in some fundamental way. As you begin to pay more attention to your nightly journeys, you'll start to notice patterns and recurring themes. Perhaps you repeatedly find yourself in a particular type of environment, a vast library, a healing temple, a school, or a natural landscape. These recurring settings often represent aspects of your soul's development or areas where you're receiving ongoing instruction and growth. You might also notice that certain souls appear repeatedly in your travels. These could be members of your soul family, consciousnesses with whom you shared multiple lifetimes and who continue to support your spiritual evolution. Alternatively, they might be spiritual teachers or guides assigned to assist you during this particular incarnation. Pay special attention to any soul travel experiences that involve receiving specific information, instructions, or missions. Sometimes during sleep, your consciousness receives assignments or purposes that your soul has agreed to fulfill in waking life. These might involve healing work, creative projects, relationship dynamics, or service to others. When you wake with a strong sense of purpose or direction that seems to have emerged from nowhere, it's often the result of guidance received during soul travel. The ultimate goal of conscious soul travel isn't just to have interesting experiences during sleep, but to integrate the wisdom and abilities you develop in the non-physical realms into your waking life. This integration process is what transforms soul travel from an entertaining curiosity into a genuine spiritual practice that accelerates your growth and expands your capabilities. As you become more skilled at conscious soul travel, you may find that abilities you develop in the astral realms begin to manifest in physical life. Enhanced intuition, increased empathy, healing abilities, creative inspiration, and spiritual insights are all common results of dedicated soul travel practice. This is because consciousness is the fundamental reality underlying all existence. When you expand and develop your consciousness during sleep, these developments naturally express themselves in all dimensions of your being. The most advanced practitioners of soul travel report experiences that transcend individual consciousness altogether. They describe merging with cosmic consciousness, experiencing unity with all existence, and receiving direct revelations about the nature of reality and their role in the grand design of creation. These experiences, while rare, represent the ultimate potential of human consciousness, the recognition that individual awareness is just one expression of an infinite, interconnected cosmic intelligence. But even if you never reach these advanced states, the simple practice of conscious soul travel will enrich your life in countless ways. You'll develop a deeper understanding of your true nature as an eternal soul temporarily inhabiting a physical body. You'll gain access to guidance and wisdom from higher dimensions of consciousness. You'll experience healing and renewal that extends far beyond what's possible through physical means alone. Most importantly, you'll begin to live with the awareness that your existence extends far beyond the boundaries of waking consciousness. Every night becomes an opportunity for growth, healing, learning, and service. Sleep transforms from an unconscious void into a conscious journey of spiritual development. The forbidden knowledge that was once considered too dangerous for public understanding is simply this: you are far more than you've been led to believe. Your consciousness is not trapped in your physical body, but is free to explore infinite dimensions of existence. Your soul is not separate from the divine, but is an integral part of cosmic consciousness itself. And your nightly journeys during sleep are not meaningless dreams, but genuine spiritual adventures that shape both your personal evolution and your service to the greater whole. Tonight, when you close your eyes and feel yourself drifting towards sleep, remember that you're not entering unconsciousness, but embarking on a sacred journey. Your soul knows the way, even if your mind has forgotten. Trust in the process, set your intentions clearly, and prepare to discover the magnificent truth of who you really are. The forbidden book that reveals where your soul goes during sleep isn't hidden in some ancient monastery or secret library. It's written in your own consciousness, waiting to be read through direct experience. Every night offers you the opportunity to turn its pages and discover the profound mysteries of your own infinite nature. Your journey begins tonight. If this message resonated with you and opened your eyes to the truth of who you really are, then I invite you to keep exploring with me. There's so much more hidden knowledge waiting to be uncovered, and I promise you, we've only just scratched the surface. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it with others who are ready to awaken. And let me know in the comments, have you ever had a dream so real it felt like a journey beyond this world? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, may your soul's travels guide you closer to your highest truth.